Have you ever been in a room full of people, yet somehow you're the only one getting bitten by mosquitoes? Your ankles are covered in itchy welts, there's a swollen bump behind your ear, and that high-pitched buzzing seems to follow only you. Meanwhile, everyone around you seems untouched. Most people blame sweet blood or bad luck, but science tells a very different story. The mosquito didn't choose you by accident. It hunted you. The first surprise is that only female mosquitoes bite people. Male mosquitoes live on flower nectar and never drink blood. Females, however, need extra protein and iron to produce their eggs. Blood isn't a meal they enjoy, it's a resource they need to reproduce. Even more interesting, not every mosquito species prefers humans. Many feed on birds, frogs, or other animals, but certain species evolved alongside people thousands of years ago. Over time, they became incredibly skilled at detecting human scent, developing specialized receptors that help them find us more efficiently than almost any other animal. The hunt begins long before the mosquito gets close enough to land. About 30 feet away, it detects the carbon dioxide you exhale every time you breathe. That invisible stream tells the mosquito a potential host is nearby. It doesn't know exactly where you are yet, but it knows someone is close. It follows that trail through the air, constantly adjusting its direction until it gets closer. As the distance closes, another surprising signal takes over. For years, scientists believed mosquitoes simply followed warm air coming from our bodies. But research published in 2024 showed something far more fascinating. Mosquitoes can actually detect infrared radiation, the heat energy naturally emitted by human skin. Even without warm air reaching them, this invisible signal helps guide them toward a person from several feet away. At this point, however, there's still one mystery. Everyone in the room is breathing and giving off body heat. So why does the mosquito choose you instead of the person sitting beside you? The answer lies on the surface of your skin. Your skin produces a natural oily layer called sebum. By itself, that oil doesn't smell very much. But trillions of bacteria living on your skin break it down into tiny airborne chemicals that mosquitoes can detect. In other words, mosquitoes aren't really smelling you, they're smelling the byproducts produced by the bacteria living on your body. Scientists discovered just how powerful these scent differences are in an experiment at Rockefeller University. Volunteers wore nylon sleeves for several hours so the fabric could absorb their natural body odor. Researchers then exposed those samples to mosquitoes. The results were astonishing. One participant attracted nearly 100 times more mosquitoes than another. Even after repeating the experiment for years, the rankings barely changed. The biggest difference came from chemicals known as carboxylic acids. Everyone produces them, but some people naturally produce much higher levels. Those extra chemicals create an irresistible scent trail that mosquitoes love. Oddly enough, one famous clue came from cheese. A researcher studying malaria mosquitoes noticed they were strongly attracted to his feet. When he tested Limburger cheese, mosquitoes flew toward it almost as eagerly. That's because both human feet and the cheese produce many of the same odor compounds thanks to similar bacteria. To a mosquito, those scents are remarkably alike. Your skin's bacterial community matters too. Studies have found that people with a greater diversity of skin bacteria often attract fewer mosquitoes than those with less diverse bacterial populations. Even if you shower, those bacteria quickly return, rebuilding the same scent profile within hours. Much of this appears to be determined by genetics. Researchers comparing identical and non-identical twins found that identical twins attracted mosquitoes at almost the same rate, while non-identical twins often did not. That suggests your DNA plays a major role in how attractive you are to mosquitoes. Can you change any of this? Unfortunately, not very much. One study found that drinking beer made participants noticeably more attractive to mosquitoes within minutes. Beyond avoiding alcohol in mosquito-heavy areas, there isn't much you can do to permanently change your natural scent. There's another reason some people believe they're mosquito magnets. Not everyone reacts to bites the same way. The itchy bump isn't caused by the bite itself, it's your immune system reacting to proteins in mosquito saliva. Some people develop large, itchy welts, while others barely show any reaction at all. Two people can receive the same number of bites, yet only one looks like they was attacked. Scientists have also discovered that mosquitoes are incredibly difficult to fool. Even when researchers removed important smell receptors using genetic engineering, the insects still managed to locate people. That's because mosquitoes use several overlapping sensory systems at once. If one pathway fails, another takes over. Instead of trying to make humans invisible, researchers are now creating traps that imitate the exact scent mosquitoes find irresistible. These traps are already helping reduce mosquito populations in regions regions where malaria remains a major threat. That work couldn't be more important. Mosquitoes are responsible for spreading diseases that infect hundreds of millions of people every year, making them the deadliest animals on Earth. The mosquito itself isn't what kills people, it's the dangerous parasites and viruses it carries from one person to another. So why do mosquitoes always seem to bite you? Part of the answer is real. Your genes, your skin chemistry, and the bacteria living on your body create a scent that may simply be easier for mosquitoes to detect than someone else's. The other part is psychological. You notice every itchy bite on your own body, but you rarely pay attention to everyone else's. Still, if you've always felt like mosquitoes single you out, science suggests you may not be imagining it. To them, you're simply the easiest target in the room.